Have you ever sat down to a plate of fish, feeling good about making a healthy choice, only to find out later that what's on your fork might actually be damaging your brain, your heart, and even speeding up aging itself? For those of us over 60, this isn't just a scary story, it's a real concern. Research published in The Lancet in 2023 revealed that eating the wrong kinds of fish just twice a week could raise your risk of stroke and memory loss by as much as 70 to 80%. And here's the shocking part, most seniors are eating those very same wrong fish every single week. Fish that are loaded with mercury, hidden toxins, and inflammatory compounds, all while thinking they're making a smart, heart-healthy choice. But here's the good news. Other studies, including one from the Journal of Gerontology, show that the right kinds of fish can actually lower your risk of Alzheimer's by nearly 40%, protect your arteries, strengthen your muscles, and even slow down aging at the cellular level. So in this video, I'm going to break down the truth. The 4 fish you should never touch after age 60. And the 4 you should be eating regularly to stay sharp, steady, and independent. And don't worry, I'm not basing this on rumors, diet fads, or scare tactics. Every claim I share today is backed by peer-reviewed science. I'll have all the sources linked in the description below so you can check them yourself. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite fish to eat, and why? Drop your answer in the comments. I read as many as I can, and I always enjoy your stories. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Dr. James, and this is It's Better Health, where we uncover science-backed strategies to help you live stronger, longer. Alright, let's get started with the 4 worst fish seniors should never eat. Worst fish number 4, imported catfish. At first glance, catfish might seem like a safe, budget-friendly choice. It's mild in flavor, easy to cook, and often one of the cheapest fish you'll find in the store. But here's the danger. If your catfish is imported, especially from certain overseas farms in Asia, it may be one of the most contaminated fish you could ever put on your plate. The problem begins with the way these fish are raised. Many imported catfish farms are extremely crowded, with poor water quality. Disease spreads fast in those conditions, so farmers pump the fish full of antibiotics. And those antibiotics don't just vanish, they accumulate in the fish's flesh, which means they end up in your body. For seniors, this raises a very real danger. Over time, repeated low-level exposure to antibiotics from food can make your body less responsive to real medications when you actually need them. That's the last thing you want when your immune system is already more vulnerable with age. But that's not the only problem. Independent testing has found residues of banned chemicals and carcinogens in imported catfish, substances that have no business being in your food. These fish are often raised in polluted waters, absorbing industrial runoff, mercury, and even lead. Over the years, those toxins quietly build up in your kidneys, your brain, and your nervous system. For older adults, that can mean higher risks of kidney damage, memory loss, and even cancer. And then there's inflammation. Imported catfish are usually fed a diet rich in corn and soy, which creates a dangerously high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Now, your body needs some omega-6, but too much without enough omega-3s is like pouring gasoline on a fire. If you already have arthritis, heart disease, or an autoimmune condition, imported catfish can make it all worse. Even nutritionally, imported catfish just doesn't deliver. It's lower in protein and beneficial nutrients compared to safer fish. You're basically getting empty calories with added risks. So here's the takeaway: if catfish is on your menu, choose domestically farmed, US-raised catfish. American farms follow far stricter regulations and avoid many of these hidden dangers. Worst fish number 3, tuna. For decades, tuna has been a household favorite. Whether it's tuna salad, canned tuna for a quick lunch, or grilled tuna steaks, millions of Americans eat it weekly. But for seniors, tuna comes with a hidden danger you can't see or taste: mercury. Here's why: tuna, especially big species like albacore, white tuna, and bigeye, live long lives at the very top of the ocean food chain. They eat smaller fish for years, and all that mercury builds up in their flesh. When you eat tuna, the mercury doesn't just pass through you. It stays, accumulating in your tissues, especially in your brain and nervous system. For younger people, small amounts might not cause noticeable problems. But after 60, our detox systems slow down. That means mercury becomes much more toxic. Studies have linked mercury exposure to memory loss, confusion, tremors, mood swings, even depression. Many of these symptoms get mistaken for just old age or early dementia, when in reality, mercury could be the culprit. And the heart isn't safe either. Mercury stresses the cardiovascular system, increases oxidative stress, and can cause irregular heart rhythms. Research published in JAMA Neurology found that seniors with higher mercury levels, often from tuna, had up to a 65% greater risk of cognitive decline. Here's what makes this scary: just 2 servings of albacore tuna per week can push seniors past the safe mercury threshold. That means millions of older adults who think they're eating healthy are quietly raising their risk of memory loss and heart trouble. Even canned tuna, which many assume is harmless, isn't risk-free. Light tuna, usually made from skipjack, does contain less mercury than albacore, but it's still enough to be a concern if you're eating it regularly. And let's be honest, many seniors rely on canned tuna often because it's affordable and convenient. But repeated exposure, month after month, adds up. Does this mean you can never enjoy tuna again? Not necessarily. If you absolutely love it, stick to light canned tuna, small portions, no more than once or twice a month. But the truth is, there are plenty of safer fish out there that give you the protein and omega-3s without the mercury baggage. For seniors looking to protect their memory and their heart, tuna simply doesn't justify the risk. That's why it earns its place on the Never Touch list. If you're finding this eye-opening, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now so you never miss future videos that could protect your health and independence. Give this video a thumbs up if it's helpful, and share it with a friend or family member who loves fish but might not know these dangers. And don't forget, you can explore our other videos right here on the channel for more science-backed tips to age stronger and live longer. Now, let's get back to the list. Worst fish number 2, king mackerel. Mackerel can be tricky. There are safe types, like Atlantic or Spanish mackerel, and then there's the dangerous one, king mackerel. Unfortunately, most people don't know the difference, and that mistake can silently harm their brain and heart health. King mackerel is a large, long-living predatory fish, which means, just like tuna, it accumulates mercury at alarming levels. In fact, king mackerel is notorious for being one of the highest mercury fish you can buy. For seniors, this is a big problem. Mercury is a heavy metal that directly attacks the brain and nervous system. Just a few servings of king mackerel each month can push your mercury intake over the safe limit. The results? Memory loss, mood swings, concentration problems, even depression. All things many seniors chalk up to normal aging. But the heart also takes a hit. Mercury damages blood vessels, increases oxidative stress, and disrupts heart rhythms. For anyone already dealing with high blood pressure, arrhythmias, or heart disease, king mackerel only makes things worse. Health authorities agree. Both the FDA and the EPA specifically place king mackerel on their "do not eat" list for seniors, children, and pregnant women. That's how serious the risk is. And here's a tricky detail: sometimes king mackerel shows up in grocery stores or restaurants simply labeled as mackerel. Unless you ask, you might not even realize what you're eating. So here's the bottom line: Atlantic mackerel and Spanish mackerel? Safe. Nutritious. Even beneficial. But king mackerel? Off the plate completely, especially after age 60. Worst fish number 1, farm tilapia. This one surprises a lot of people. Tilapia is one of the most popular fish in America. It's cheap, available everywhere, and often marketed as a healthy, lean protein. But the truth is, farm tilapia is one of the worst choices for seniors. Why? Because of how it's raised. Farm tilapia are often packed tightly in ponds, swimming in their own waste. To keep them alive, farmers pump in antibiotics, pesticides, and antifungals. And again, those chemicals end up in the fish, and eventually, in you. Even worse is their diet. To cut costs, many tilapia farms feed them corn, soy, and sometimes even chicken waste. Yes, you heard that right. This unnatural diet completely changes the balance of fats in the fish. Instead of a healthy omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of about 2 to 1, farm tilapia often measure at 11 to 1. And too much omega-6 without enough omega-3 drives inflammation throughout the body. For seniors already battling arthritis, heart disease, or memory concerns, that's like throwing fuel on the fire. In fact, studies have shown tilapia can raise inflammatory markers in the body even more than bacon or hamburgers. Imagine choosing tilapia thinking you're making a healthy choice, when in reality, you'd have been better off with a burger. And it doesn't stop there. Farm tilapia have tested positive for dioxins, industrial pollutants that stay in your fat tissue for years, raising risks of cancer, immune problems, and hormonal issues. Nutritionally, tilapia is weak compared to safer fish. It's low in omega-3s, low in vitamin B12, and low in selenium. You get calories and protein, but not the healing benefits you should expect from seafood. That's why many experts call farm tilapia junk food of the sea. It fills you up, but at the expense of your long-term health. For seniors, the risks include worsening arthritis from inflammation, higher chances of stroke or heart attack, greater vulnerability to infections, long-term buildup of toxins. The saddest part? Most people eat tilapia because it's affordable and they think it's safe. But there are other wild-caught options that are just as affordable, far safer, and much more nutritious. So here's the simple takeaway: if you're over 60 and want to protect your brain, your joints, and your heart, avoid farm tilapia. It's not just unhelpful, it's actively harmful. Now you know the 4 worst fish seniors should never touch. Imported catfish. Tuna, especially albacore and bigeye. King mackerel. And farmed tilapia. But don't worry, the story doesn't end with danger. Because the right fish can be some of the most powerful healing foods you'll ever eat. They protect your brain, soothe inflammation, strengthen your bones, and even keep your muscles steady as you age. And the best part? Many of them are clean, safe, and budget-friendly. So let's turn the page now and dive into the 4 best fish seniors should eat regularly, starting with one that doesn't always get the spotlight, but absolutely deserves a place on your plate. Best fish number 4, wild-caught Pacific cod. Now let's switch gears and talk about the best choices, the fish that can help keep you strong, sharp, and independent. First on the list is wild-caught Pacific cod. Cod may not look as flashy as salmon or tuna, but don't let its plain white fillets fool you. This fish is like a quiet health hero for seniors. Cod is naturally low in mercury, high in lean protein, and packed with selenium. Selenium is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your cells from oxidative stress, the kind of cellular damage that accelerates aging and raises your risk of heart disease and memory loss. It's also gentle on digestion. If fattier fish like salmon or mackerel sometimes leave you feeling heavy or uncomfortable, cod is a lighter option that still delivers big health benefits. Its mild, flaky texture is easy to enjoy, even if you don't normally love seafood. One more thing to love about Pacific cod: it's one of the most sustainably managed fisheries in the world. That means you can eat it regularly without worrying about overfishing or damaging the environment. To get the most out of cod, avoid frying or charring it at high heat, which can destroy its delicate proteins. Instead, bake or steam it gently, then finish with a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of fresh lemon. Not only does that brighten the flavor, but it also helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins more efficiently. Bottom line, wild-caught Pacific cod is affordable, sustainable, and one of the cleanest, senior-friendly proteins you can put on your plate. Best fish number 3, sardines. Next up, sardines. These little fish often get overlooked, but when it comes to nutrition, they're nothing short of a superfood. Sardines are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These are the exact types of omega-3s your brain and heart crave as you get older. They fight inflammation, improve blood flow, and help keep your arteries clear. For seniors, that translates into less joint pain, better heart health, and sharper memory. But sardines don't stop there. They're also one of the rare natural food sources of vitamin D, which becomes harder to get after age 60. Our skin simply isn't as efficient at converting sunlight anymore. A single can of sardines can provide nearly half your daily vitamin D needs, which is huge for protecting your bones, your mood, and your immune system. Speaking of bones, sardines come with tiny, soft, edible bones that are packed with calcium and phosphorus in a form your body can easily absorb. That's a nutritional gift for anyone worried about osteoporosis, hip fractures, or slow healing. And here's a bonus. Because sardines are so small and eat plankton instead of other fish, they don't accumulate mercury or heavy metals. That makes them one of the cleanest seafood options out there. Plus, they're convenient. You can eat sardines straight out of the can, mash them on whole grain toast with avocado, toss them into a salad, or stir them into pasta with olive oil and herbs. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and incredibly versatile. In short, sardines are like a one-stop shop for brain health, bone strength, and heart protection, all in a simple little can. Best fish number 2, wild-caught Alaskan salmon. If there's one fish that almost every nutritionist agrees is a superstar, it's wild-caught Alaskan salmon. And for seniors, it may be one of the most powerful foods you can eat. Why? Because it's absolutely packed with high-quality protein, omega-3s, and antioxidants. Let's start with the brain. Salmon delivers DHA, one of the most important omega-3s for memory and cognitive function. A study from the University of Pittsburgh found that seniors with higher DHA levels had larger brain volumes and stronger memory performance than those with lower levels. That means salmon isn't just slowing down brain decline, it's actively protecting your mental sharpness. Those same omega-3s also reduce inflammation, which helps with arthritis, stiff joints, and circulation. Eating salmon twice a week has been shown to lower key markers of inflammation linked to heart disease. Then there's the protein factor. As we age, our bodies don't process protein as efficiently, which makes it harder to maintain muscle mass. Salmon provides around 40 grams of high-quality protein per serving, giving your muscles what they need to stay strong, support balance, and prevent falls. And here's something unique. Salmon's rich orange-pink color comes from a rare antioxidant called astaxanthin. This compound is like armor for your cells, protecting your skin, eyes, and heart from oxidative damage. Finally, wild-caught Alaskan salmon is naturally low in contaminants like mercury and PCBs, unlike farmed salmon. That makes it a safe, clean choice you can eat regularly. For best results, cook salmon gently, bake, steam, or grill at medium heat. Pair it with colorful vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil, and you've got a delicious, healing meal. Best fish number 1, rainbow trout. And finally, our number 1 pick, rainbow trout. While salmon usually gets all the attention, rainbow trout quietly combines the best qualities of cod, sardines, and salmon into one clean, nutrient-packed fish. For starters, it's one of the safest choices you can make. U.S.-raised rainbow trout are farmed under strict regulations in clean, freshwater systems. That means no mercury worries, no hidden chemicals, and no polluted environments. Nutritionally, trout delivers around 1,000 milligrams of omega-3s per serving, right in the sweet spot for heart protection and inflammation control. It's also loaded with minerals that many seniors lack, including potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure, phosphorus, which strengthens bones, iron, which supports energy, and zinc, which boosts immunity. Trout also shines when it comes to B vitamins. It's rich in niacin, which improves cholesterol by raising HDL and lowering LDL, and it's full of vitamin B12, which protects your nerves and keeps your energy levels steady. Add in vitamin E and selenium, and you've got a nutrient trio that shields your cells against aging. On a practical level, trout has a mild flavor and tender texture that makes it easy to enjoy, even if you're not a big fan of fish. It's gentle on digestion, versatile in the kitchen, and simple to prepare. Bake it, pan-sear it, or grill it with lemon and herbs, and you'll never get bored. Bottom line, rainbow trout is the ultimate senior-friendly fish. Clean, safe, and packed with nutrients that protect your heart, brain, bones, and immune system. So there you have it, the full truth about fish after 60. Some can quietly harm your brain, heart, and joints, while others can nourish every cell in your body, protect your memory, and keep you strong well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. The choice is simple but powerful. Keep eating the wrong fish, and the risks add up: stroke, memory loss, joint pain, even accelerated aging. But choose the right ones, like salmon, sardines, cod, or rainbow trout, and you're literally feeding your body medicine with every bite. Remember, what you put on your plate today determines the quality of your life tomorrow. It decides whether you'll have the strength to carry groceries, the clarity to enjoy conversations, and the independence to keep living life on your own terms. You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Start small. Replace one harmful fish with a healing fish. Add just 1 or 2 servings of the right kind of seafood each week. Those little steps build into a healthier, stronger future. Here at It's Better Health, we believe aging doesn't mean decline, it means making smarter choices so your best years are still ahead. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a loved one who could benefit. And now, I'd love to hear from you. What fish do you eat most often, and will you change your dinner plans after what you learned today? Drop your answers in the comments below. I read and reply to as many as I can. Here's to living stronger, longer.